Hello, lovely followers of the Quantum Life page. I'm coming for day 8 of the 90-day challenge, and today I wanted to talk about an experience I had that was quite strange at the time, but now looking back, I knew it was kind of like the universe already had plans for me. Okay, so last September, we were looking at senior schools for my daughter, and we found a really lovely one that was about 45 minutes away from here, and we absolutely loved it. So we signed her up straight away. She joined the school, and we were travelling every day in the rush hour, 45 minutes. It was actually taking over an hour. I had to take my little one, who is nearly 5, but last year she wasn't at school, so she had to travel an hour with me every morning and then an hour in the afternoon to go and pick her up. So it was a real inconvenience, but we loved the school. So we decided that we'd look for somewhere closer to the school, so we weren't travelling as much, and we were looking kind of like 10 minutes away from the school. We found 3 properties that we looked at. All of them were like beautiful farm properties. The first one, we looked around and we loved it, and we put in an offer, and then miscommunication started happening between us and the agents. I couldn't get hold of the woman that I needed to speak to after I'd put the offer in because I'd not heard anything. Something went wrong with the computer system there. And I was ringing, I was leaving telephone messages for the woman saying, yeah, we're good to go ahead, can you let me know what's going on? And by the time they'd sorted out all the computer issues, they'd already had someone else who they were going with. So we were hugely upset, hugely disappointed. But, we carried on looking. We got the next property to look at, which was equally as lovely. Went to look at that. Beautiful, lots of land around it, enough bedrooms for everybody. Said that we were interested. Again, something happened with the man who was letting it. He was a farmer, and he had the farm like over the way next door. And he wanted to do something with the boundary lines, but he wanted to do that before anyone was going to go ahead and put an offer in. So he started doing something with the boundaries. So they said, it's not quite ready yet, but obviously we know you're interested. And then something happened with that as well. It was really bizarre. He started doing these boundaries, and then it was empty for a while, and I kept saying, is it ready yet? And they were saying no, and we left it a bit. And then again, when we got back to them, he'd already chosen somebody whilst he was doing the boundary, which was really strange because we were like first on the list. And then the third one we looked at, again, said perfect, close to school, said we like it. And then the owner decided that they were letting a friend have it, this friend that had appeared out of nowhere. So it was nothing to do with us. No, it wasn't a case of like they didn't want us to have any of the properties, just things kept coming up. And we've got a feeling of, oh my gosh, this is going to be impossible. This is going to be impossible to find somewhere that's near school and that kind of thing. Hi, Heidi. How are you? So we were just like dumbfounded. We were like, why does everything keep going wrong? Why is nothing working when we need somewhere near school? And we were starting to think, this is not fair. Something's going on. Somebody, is cursing us or something. But anyway, as it transpired, we ended up staying where we were anyway, and the school that we moved her to, that we loved, they went into the lockdown like everybody else and started doing the online thing. And then she was offered a place at as equally a nice school, which is like 5 minutes away from here. and that's the one that she goes to now. And I'm probably not explaining it the best, but it was kind of like that was already in the pipeline. That was part of the plan, you know. And the fact that we didn't get these houses was because that's not where we were meant to be. That's not where we were meant to be going. That's not how our lives were going to turn out to be. It's really bizarre. But then when I look back, I think, oh my gosh, yeah, it's like there was a bigger plan. And these things kept happening, not to sabotage me, but to say, you might love this now, but this is not part of the bigger plan. This is not part of the future that you're going to be heading towards. And it kind of blew me away, you know, it blew me away and it made me think, is there a higher power, or is there some kind of like, you know, is your life sort of mapped out, ready, and yes, you can make decisions here and there, but ultimately you're going to get to where you need to go, especially if you kind of like listen to your intuition and things. But yeah, so today I was thinking that's a really powerful lesson in trust. You know, sometimes things happen and you think, that's not how I wanted it to turn out. I'm really disappointed. I'm really upset. But actually, think of the bigger picture. Think, okay, this is not meant to be for me. It means something bigger and better is coming, which is ultimately kind of what happened with us. You know, I can literally get her to school within 5 minutes. It's not too much travelling. My younger daughter goes to the same school as her now. Again, 5 minutes away. No rush hour traffic. No, you know, dicing with dangerous roads. And yeah, I think ultimately if we had moved out of the area, we probably would have missed where we live. Like I said, it's only 45 minutes away, but it's totally different to where we live. I mean, we've got lovely hills and rivers and a woodland just across the way, and where the other school was kind of like a flat landscape. So yeah, I think we would have missed it. So yeah, so life had a plan for us already. We didn't know at the time, but as we moved through it, we realised it was actually for our greater good. And so trust what happens. Like I say, it might be sad, it might be disappointing, it might not be where you want to get to, but life has a bigger plan, and you've just got to trust that it's happened for a reason, and the reason is for bigger and better things. So that's my day 8 musings of the day, and speak to you all tomorrow. Bye for now.